Coach Lemmon. I'm going to do a 3-hole playing lesson starting on this short par 4. I'm going to focus on talking about how we think through each shot, what my pre-shot routine is, and how we focus on the target. Let's get going. So I lined up over on the right side of the tee box, partially because I hit a little bit of a fade. Also, the trees are up here to the left. That could be in the way, so a little bit over to the right makes this tee shot a little easier. And I'm just going to go into my pre-shot routine. I pick my target. My target is actually the flag on this particular situation because it's short par 4. I'm going to go into my pre-shot routine. I've got my target picked out. I take a practice swing, and then before my mind gets too racy, I go ahead and pull the trigger. Little right. I feel like the key on the pre-shot routine is to make sure that you go fast enough that you don't let the monkey in your mind start taking over and start creating all kinds of different thoughts. I see this a lot with my students. I also see this a lot with the girls on the team or when we're playing a competition, where when they get under pressure, they take even longer on their pre-shot routine, or they'll sit over the ball for even longer. And I teach that we want to do that quickly. And Scott Fawcett timed, there's all different people that have done this, but they've timed Tiger Woods. When he was playing his best in 2000, he had a certain amount of seconds. He would step into the shot. His pre-shot routine was almost the exact same precise amount of time each time. And he played really well. And they actually tracked it. When he was playing poorly, he also spent a little more time over the ball. His pre-shot routine was a little longer. And you could tell maybe some doubt crept in. So the key is to have a very concise and rather quick pre-shot routine, because we don't want to let this monkey in our mind start banging around and giving us crazy thoughts before we hit the ball. I'm almost pin high, but I'm quite a bit to the right, about 30 yards or so right of the pin. So I'm just going to hit a low 8-iron, try to bounce one up because I've got this tree trouble here. See if I can get lucky and bounce one up on the green or get it pretty close. So I have a good next shot. That's a little hard. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Oh, that's not too bad. Stay on the green. All right, that's a great shot. I'll take it. Got a couple of bounces on the shot in, and I've got about 10 or 12 feet left uphill for birdie. Now, when I'm setting up my pre-shot routine with my putting, it is the same thing that I do with my full shot. I want to make sure that I pick my target out. I come up next to the shot. I take a practice swing, and then I look at the target. I picture the ball rolling in the hole, and I set up and I putt. And if I take any longer than that, I go ahead and restart, because the longer I sit over the ball, the more thoughts of, oh, do I have the right line? Is it going to go right? Going to go left? Creep in, and it just makes it much more difficult to hole putts. Alrighty, all right. Birdies are fun. Let's go, we'll take a birdie. All right, we've got this par 5, and I'm gonna pull up a Google map view of this to show you how narrow this tee shot is. I've gone through this multiple times. This is a tough hole. It's the #1 handicap hole on the course. But as you can see, it's very, very narrow. And the biggest problem is that there is out of bounds to the left. And if I'm hitting my normal fade, I have to aim at the pine tree, which is basically like almost 20 yards to the right of out of bounds, which doesn't give me a lot of dispersion with my driver. So what I do on this is I aim down the middle of the fairway, and that gives me a little more room in case I pull it left, knowing that I have to hit a perfect shot. Again, it's a tough hole, and if I hit it over to the right towards the #7 green, I'm still okay, and I should be able to make a par. Another thing about this par 5 is I've thought about laying back. Like, okay, what if I lay up? Let's say I hit a 3-wood. Well, if I hit a 3-wood, and I'll use the Google Earth view to show you. If I hit 3-wood, I'm laying back a little bit. But with my 3-wood, the dispersion is just as bad pretty much with my driver. I also have a tendency to miss left with my 3-wood. So 3-wood doesn't make any sense because my miss is going to be out of bounds, right? And I'll be hitting it again. And the same thing kind of with my 4 hybrid. Not only would I be a little farther back than the 3-wood, but I have a tendency when I tee off with that to hit that to the left as well, and that would bring out of bounds in play. So then I thought, okay, well, what if I hit a 4-iron? 4-iron at tee, lay off, you know, make this a long 3-shot hole. But if you look at this view from Google Earth, it's just such a long way. I mean, even if I hit a decent 4-iron, it's so narrow anyways. Like my landing area for a 4-iron is very narrow. There's kind of a little hill there, so you could have a side hill or a real crappy lie. And then I'm like, you know, 300 plus yards out. And so it's just like 4-iron doesn't make sense. Driver is the play. I just take a conservative target, and if I hit it over to the right like I did today, and as you can see, I've got kind of a bad lie here, and I don't have the best angle in, but I'm up here far enough that I can just hit, you know, I'm probably gonna hit like a 9-iron and then hit some kind of other iron in. I got a much better shot than if I laid way back. And again, 3-wood hybrid takes, I mean, that definitely brings out of bounds even more into play than with driver. So that's something to think about when you guys are deciding what to hit off the tee, what's gonna get you the best position the farthest down and gives you the best chance to at least get par on what this is a tough hole. That'll work. A little tough to hit out of that grass. I left it about 20 or 30 yards short of where I wanted to hit it. So I got about 170 in. Gonna go ahead and hit a good solid 7-iron, see if I can get one up on the green. So I second guessed myself on the shot in. I was like, let me just choke down on a little 6, and I hit it perfect, flew the green. Actually not in the bunker, which is kind of nice, but I'm over the green. So I've got this shot here. We're down here, got to go up and over. And the whole point here is I want to take double bogey out of play. I just want to get this shot on the green. That's it. Got up and down for par, still 1 under through 2 holes. Got 1 hole left. But I did a very smart thing there. I wanted to make sure that I took double bogey out of play. I hit a bad shot over the green. I didn't want to compound that bad shot by hitting another bad shot, trying to get too cute. I ended up hitting a great shot, but the key for me was I wanted to get the next shot on the green and give myself a chance at par at worst and take double bogey completely out of play. All right, guys, here we go. Hit a good shot in on number 6 at Eaton. You know, you can't see the green. It hit the back of the hill just like I wanted. Roll back down on the green. Is it in the hole? Is it close? Where are we at? Let's find out. And, oh boy, what a great shot. That's like 5 or 6 feet away for birdie. Oh man. Start my pre-shot routine. Practice swing next to the ball. Step up. Visualize the ball going in the hole and pull the trigger. And there we go, baby. Birdie. Great way to finish. Well, there you go. 2 under through 3 holes. Pretty good 3-hole playing lesson. Did you like that last putt? Boy, it just trickled in. So please like, subscribe, and comment below what lesson you would like to see on the channel next. I've got a couple of fun ones coming up with a couple of guests. I've got a Division II golfer that we're trying to line something up with. So all kinds of fun stuff coming up, guys. Cheers. Thanks. Have a great day. All right, that worked out nice. Well, that was definitely better than the other one. My God, how stupid. I look so crazy. The yellow hat, which is nice, is kind of killing me.